I only have a crop top and I don't know.
It's fine.
Flashing
It's fine.
people.
It's fine. Again, just kind of like do some general warm-ups if you guys know what a warm-up looks like. So, yeah, literally just move around and just get warm. Stop spanking your butt.
Or they
That's
did
for the
that?
public.
No.
So, come here often. You do a cartwheel?
Can you?
Yeah.
Let me see this. I don't know. What the shite? Do it again.
You're like,
You make it look so smooth.
kind of.
Like
I
that?
mean, if you want to do a cartwheel but not do one, you can go like, bump, 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 bump. That's like how you can start learning to do a cartwheel.
Do it one more time.
Natural.
I'm kind of obsessed with this. You're like a ninja a little bit.
Can you not do a cartwheel whatsoever?
No. I never did any of this stuff.
So,
I'm literally gonna fall. That's so cool.
cartwheel?
Yeah. You gotta trust your arms more.
Okay.
I think you're kind of nervous about being upside down, so you're like not trusting your arms to hold your weight.
Yeah.
Here,
It
try
makes
this.
it look so smooth.
Try this.
I'm a
You try with
professional.
your right hand or left hand?
Right.
Okay. But you're also a girl, so a lot of girls end up doing it this way. So we'll go this way first, and then you can try this way and see which one feels good. To learn like the most basic idea without having to worry about going upside down, just put literally squat down. Put one hand in front of your leg. The other hand is gonna reach past. Now you're kind of twisted up, right?
Yeah.
The leg that's far back, swing around. Good. Yeah. And then from here, just swing the second leg. That's it. That motion right there of going. Again, I'm not like this. This is awkward, right? I'm almost facing the direction I want to go. Putting my first hand, the same side hand down. Second hand reaches up. Just smooth. This is how you build up a cartwheel.
Okay.
Try it.
Can I see you do like an actual cartwheel?
But a full cartwheel?
Yeah.
Just
Do it again?
Me?
Yeah. I'm so shocked by it.
yeah, like if you want like a full clean gymnastics style cartwheel, it's like you're here, and then
Oh my
On
god.
the other side.
Whoa! That was so smooth.
yeah. But you build that skill by understanding coordination of hand.
And it looks kind of, especially his looks kind of floaty, right?
Yeah.
You see this man doing jiu-jitsu, he literally just floats around you.
That's so
Nice circle.
ominous.
But that's fun. It's the fun part.
Okay.
Let's try again. Now let's try this way. See how this one feels. Right again. We're not gonna stand like this. We're gonna stand slightly kind of forward.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna put whatever hand is in front, right in front of my foot, right as close as I can. Because the further it is, the more I have to reach in this kind of hard.
Okay.
Right? So I'm here. My other hand just simply also placed in the ground. Now you're gonna take this like just nice and smooth, make a big circle around. Good. That's it. Do that again. Which one felt better, this way or the other way?
I can't tell if this way was better.
I feel like this way looked better for me.
I
personally.
felt a little bit better.
So try again.
Also, those shorts you have, Diff, are fire. Oh
Actually,
my god.
Do you have a girlfriend? Okay, wait.
1, 2. I have that effect on everybody, guys and girls. Circle, circle. That's it. Do that again. Do that a couple of times. And as you do it, as you're going through it again, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you get more comfortable, you just start making that a little smoother.
Oh, and then
1, 2,
okay.
3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slowly you start to elevate your legs off the ground a little bit. 3, 4, and then before you know it, you're going just up.
That is
It's
so
how you build.
cool. Okay.
All skills are just progressions of like basic skills that you work up. Right? So you can already put your hands down and coordinate 1, 2, leg. It's just a matter of getting comfortable with that.
Okay, nice.
So start right here and try it out.
Okay, wait, like this?
Honestly, I think the mats are making it harder for you because they're squishy.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
okay. So
I mean, it's definitely
squat,
easier.
bend those knees down because right now you're trying to just like reach, maybe your body don't have that flexibility yet. Squat down and just put the hand right by your own foot.
Like this?
Yep. I would turn the palm out a little. Yeah. Because when you take your other hand is gonna face that way. And if your hands are facing like that, it's kind of awkward. But if I just already start my palm facing that way,
So it's
my
like,
body wants to turn. Yeah. And as the second hand reaches past, first foot goes through, second foot comes around. Good. Try that again.
50 right inside.
Can you do the one where you jump? Can you do that one well or no?
Like an aerial?
I'm very
Yeah.
out of
About
shape.
the hand?
Yeah. Or no, where you like
Push
push off.
round off.
Yeah.
I
I can do that okay.
can do it right now. I won't because my neck is kind of tweaked.
Yeah.
So like even cartwheels are not the most fun thing right now.
Why is your neck tweaked?
Just, I'm at that point right now. Like I did jiu-jitsu last night, and since I don't train that regularly, I train like once a week, and more like it's not really I train. I teach once a week. I think my body's not used to a lot of the stress from it.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm a little like this side specifically, like I can't like this I can do. I can't go past this right now.
I'm sorry.
And I can look about that far, but I can look this far on this one. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll wake up and I just have the head
keep
tilted.
playing with it. Keep playing with it. You can listen to stay active. The more you
I'm
move,
so like out of shape. I'm already like.
that's okay. That's okay. Again, you don't have to move fast. You don't have to move aggressively. Just the idea is just to keep playing. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it.
Nice. I'm gonna do cartwheel. I kind of like it though. It's like very like. I like the movement.
It's easy.
I feel like I'm very like stiff all the time. Like very conscious of my body. So kind of nice.
1.
I'm also a very stiff person. A stiff nose.
Yes. Logan is very.
I think the only times I've gotten close to crying when training was trying to get my body to do a movement. Especially when dancing. Because that requires me even more smooth than.
Yeah,
get
smooth
crushed
and
in.
like allowing yourself to be silly. That's it. Did you feel how your hands carried your weight, right?
Yeah,
For a big moment?
that's what I'm talking
You
about.
just keep doing that, and then over time again, you build a sense of like move, like just fluidity. You feel that once your hands go down, your feet can go, and then you just the more you do it, you'll naturally build a sense of confidence that your hands can carry your hands and your elbows and your shoulders can carry your body. And then what ends up happening is instead of being like you see how my butt is like way out here,
Yeah.
my shoulders are here. You start going more stacked on top of itself.
Like trusting your body.
Exactly. And then before you know it, like your legs aren't going around, it's going over top,
Yeah.
right? It's just because you're building a sense of like confidence that your body can stack itself. Just like how babies learn to stand, like they crawl,
Baby, though.
and then over time they're holding on to other things and trusting that your legs can hold it. Eventually they're, like you don't think about it, but when you stand up, your body isn't actually completely still. When you're standing straight, it's constantly kind of like doing this thing.
Yeah.
But your body's doing little micro adjustments like all throughout, and it's something you do so intuitively as just a person at this point in your life that you don't think about how much work your body's actually doing standing up. Right? Same idea. Like when you start doing cartwheels over time, like you'll just be able to smoothly go into it, hold a cartwheel, come back out of it. That's when you know it's good stuff.
That's kind of exciting.
So let's get started. Before we get right into the physical thing, just gonna kind of explain what jiu-jitsu is, so you have an because you keep saying like, oh, I'm kind of nervous. I don't know, like.
Oh, well, but it's okay.
So like, do you know what jiu-jitsu is? That's like
No.
the first place to start, right? So obviously, jiu-jitsu is a martial art, a type of martial art. Martial art just means like art of fighting, right?
Like karate and taekwondo.
Yeah, it's a fighting style, a fighting sport, you can call it, right? And those things are generally divided into 2 categories, like armed and unarmed, pretty self-explanatory. One means you have weapons to hit or shoot or whatever, right? And the other one is you don't have any weapons, in which case the only thing that you can fight with is your own body. So jiu-jitsu falls into the unarmed category. Now from there, it splits again into 2 general categories, striking and grappling. When you think of martial art, what do you imagine?
Like
When you think of
when
fighting,
people going like kicking and then like
chopping and
Yeah,
punching, hitting
yeah.
things, right? You imagine
Yeah.
impact. So that goes into, and that's what most people generally think of as martial art is striking. Striking just means like hitting of some kind. Whether it's with your fist this way, elbows, knees, kicking, stomping, whatever. Hitting, right?
yeah.
Then there are styles of martial art that don't involve any hitting. And that's what jiu-jitsu falls under. That's like wrestling, styles of fighting where you throw people, right? Like you can, if you take somebody and if somebody's trying to hit you, you grab them and you throw them and you end up like dropping them on a hard floor really hard, maybe knock the wind out. They're probably not fighting anymore.
There's not that many grappling martial arts though, right? It's mostly
No.
striking.
There's a fair amount. I mean, like and that's the interesting thing. Like grappling or wrestling, you can even call it, like, almost every culture in the world. That's how, like, intuitive fighting and, like, hitting and wrestling is to human, like, spirit, I guess. Every culture in the world, almost every culture more or less has, like, kind of a type of wrestling or grappling sport. And they all look kind of similar if you really get down into it. And so, yeah, like, there's, like, Western style, you know, like wrestling, not WWE stuff, but like you see in, like, they wear the singlet and they're throwing each other and all that.
Is that an American thing?
No, it comes from, like, wrestling has existed before the States did. It's just there's like folk style wrestling, meaning like just different smaller individual cultural differences. But basically, there's different kinds of wrestling.
Sumo wrestling.
Sumo wrestling is a type of wrestling, and sumo wrestling is a very
impressive martial art.
Yep. Yeah, so it was a martial art, and it was like a demonstrative thing at one point, and now it's just a sport. But like sumo wrestling is legit. There's a lot of like real, like, after this we'll watch some videos on sumo if you guys want. There's some really like impressive sumo wrestlers, right? But we do a type of wrestling where wrestling, there's so many different flavors and there's different rules to wrestling, right? The Olympic style wrestling generally is like if you throw somebody or if you pin them, like you put their shoulders down on the mat for like a second, you win. It's called a pin. So the goal of wrestling is to hold somebody down, lay down real quick, is for me to hold my partner down in some way, shape, or form, get their shoulders down, and I can, however that looks, right? We do jiu-jitsu, and that falls into what's kind of like a type of submission-based wrestling. Now, submission, I'm giving you a lot of information.
It's okay.
It's none of the other stuff is super important. Just know that we're not going to be hitting each other.
Okay.
And we're doing what's called like a submission-style wrestling or submission-style grappling. Grappling is just wrestling.
Okay.
To me, right? Submissions. What are submissions? Submission is just any kind of hold, be it a joint lock, meaning like
the hand
like
thing.
elbow lock, right? Like the elbow can only move so far, right? This way and this way. When it can't go any further, and I try to extend it, he's either gonna move to relieve it, or he's gonna break. Or to stay safe while we train, we do what's called tapping. You can say tap, you can physically tap. I would always suggest do both. Tap, tap, say it and do it, and that gives me an idea that like. That's enough. It either hurts, he doesn't like it, he wants to stop. I respect it, I let go, now we can continue playing without anybody getting hurt, right? So there's joint locks, you know, like on the elbow, wrists, which you guys don't do as white belts at all. Shoulder locks, knee locks, there's like all sorts of locks. Any joint on the body that moves, if you can, it only moves so far, right? Like every joint in your body, like it has a limit to how far. There's no joint that doesn't move forever.
That'd be kind of cool though.
Yeah. But like any joint that moves, eventually gets to a point where it stops moving, and the idea of joint locks is you try to break that joint by taking it there. Okay. Again, if they don't tap, and this is like a real world, I'm not going to break somebody's arm in practice, it's silly, right?
Kind of crazy. I don't know.
So there's joint locks, and then there's also strangulations or chokes. Just anything that stops blood circulation from going to the brain, you eventually make people pass out.
Fun.
A good choke does feel very nice.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's not painful.
Doesn't
it's
hurt.
just like you start like.
Yeah, you just kind of go out.
Yeah.
It's like you ever stand up really fast and like you get kind of lightheaded and dizzy and
I think that's my life.
things kind of start to black out a little bit.
I have blood pressure, so I can live in another day.
It feels like that, but then you just don't wake up until you do wake up, and then you're like, you have a dream. I've been put to sleep more times than I like to admit in competition and practice, because in the beginning I just didn't understand what was happening, and I would just black out, and then I would come back and like, what happened? And then eventually I figured it out.
Have you ever had it, dude?
No, Mario did.
Mario did, yeah. One of our training buddies, one of my boys, I used to have them come in and train, and we were doing like a cross collar triangle, we call it. And they just didn't realize, and he just went to sleep. And they all freaked out. But I was like, it's fine.
So I think we were also all cheering on him to no, don't tap Mario.
Yeah, don't tap. They're being goofy teenagers, and then one of them actually passed out, and they all freaked out. They went from being jokey to oh no, we killed him real quick. And they're like, it's fine, just let him lay down and let the blood return back to his brain, and you wake back up. Again, I don't suggest going to sleep, and I don't suggest breaking your arm. I suggest if anything feels, it's a general rule of thumb. During our practice, at any point, if anything feels uncomfortable, something hurts, you get scared, you just want to take a break, just tap. Okay. Tap on the other person, generally speaking. Don't tap on yourself. Tap on the other person so they feel it. They have a physical haptic feedback, and you verbalize it. And if you ever find yourself your arms can't tap, you do, right? Just find a way to get their attention, and then we'll stop and make sure you're good. Okay? So submission grappling is just this martial art where the whole thing would be if two people are starting on their feet, one person takes the other person to the ground, and once they're on the ground, we work through like this position after position, progressively getting to better positions for me until I can get to a submission of some kind.
Okay.
Right? So I'm taking him down, holding him down, controlling him on the floor, and then progressively getting to a point where I can either do a joint lock or a strangle until he gets up, basically. Until he says like, all right, dude, like, I don't want my arm broken, I give up, I'm sorry. Right? It's like basically saying uncle. We're not gonna today look at takedowns per se, because that's like a different skill. I don't really want to work on that. I'm gonna show you a quick progression of what positions look like,
Okay.
and then we're gonna look at like maybe 2 positions today and just play that. Okay?
I'm so intrigued by this.
So
Thank you for this, by the way. It's like
yeah, no
pretty
worries.
cool.
So again, like there's a multitude of takedowns. Again,
Like, let's start with
both.
T-dubs.
Yeah, it's okay. So just don't do it. Don't resist too much.
Yeah.
So like we're gonna like at some point we're gonna be disconnected. We're gonna high five fist bump. That's kind of our way of bounding people. And then like we say go, and then from here we're gonna start playing. We need to get connection. Once I have connection, I do some sort of takedown. Just fall for now. I do like a leg trick, let's say, right? I take them down. As soon as one person's on the ground, right? Now there's kind of a advantage, disadvantage kind of feel going,
Okay.
right? Because like I'm on my feet, he's on the ground. If this is a fight, I could kick him and things like that. He can't really move very quickly because he's on the ground,
Okay.
right? When he was on his feet, we were both even. We both had the same equal footing, right? I was on my feet, he was on his feet.
Okay.
You know, you can do this. We're basically mirroring each other, right? As soon as I take him down, suddenly now there's one person that's on the ground and one person that's standing up. Now we're no longer on equal footing. And in my mind, it's always like, does that make sense what I'm saying so far?
Vaguely, yeah.
So like if you and I are standing up, whatever you could do, I could do the exact same thing.
Okay.
Do anything. I can do the exact same thing, exactly. Like whatever you do, I can do, right?
Then,
As soon as I put him down, whatever I can do, he
okay.
do that. It doesn't work. It doesn't look the same. Meaning like we're no longer in the same position. We're not in neutral ground anymore. Does that make sense? That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you have more of a higher. Oh.
Yeah, I have a high ground, right?
Okay.
I have the high ground. It's fun stuff. When we're both on our feet, we have equal opportunities to do things. If this is a fight, that's dangerous because you can punch me and you can kick me and push off the floor and run into me. As soon as I take him to the floor, now he can't use the ground to be powerful as much. Right? I have my feet on the ground, I can still punch, I can kick and things like this. I have the ability to run away if I want to. He doesn't have as many options. So already I'm kind of having an advantage, right? Now if I'm here, he has his feet between me and him. This is bad for me because he can always push me away, kick me, or do various things like called guard, which we'll look at in a second. Where he uses his legs to just make it so that it becomes difficult for me to move around, right? He's kind of getting sticky on me.
Okay.
This is a problem, I can't run now. So when I'm here, his legs are known as a guard. I want to generally get past those things. Okay, his legs are bad because they can kick me, they can tangle me up.
Okay.
So in Jiu Jitsu, once I take somebody down, I have to deal with his guards. Once I deal with it by passing it, however, there's again many ways to do it. We'll look at it at some point. Once I pass his guard, now I'm still on top. I still have an advantage of gravity on my side, right?
Okay.
But now he can't kick me with his feet anymore.
Yeah.
He can't push me away. Only thing he can push me with is his arms. And if it's his arm against my whole body, a lot of times my body wins.
Okay.
So this position right here is like the first advantageous position that I have now. We were both standing up, neither person had an advantage, right? I took him down. I have a bit of an advantage, but he can still push me away, do things with his legs. As soon as I pass his legs, now I definitely have like a strong advantage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I'm progressively getting to better places, right? I'm on top, he's on the bottom, I'm pinning him. If he's trying to push me away, he's trying to get back to that leg position, I can hold him here for an extended period of time if I'm capable.
Nice.
So this is called cross side, side mount, knit, ladder names. It doesn't really matter. The main idea that I need you to understand is once I pass his feet and I'm holding him down, I'm now winning for sure. Because
Okay.
I'm on top.
Yeah.
Yeah? If I can go from the side of his body to where I'm just basically straddling him on top, completely sitting on him, this is known as a mount position. This is also a really good position because I'm still on top. His feet are not in between me and him, right? And I'm looking straight down so I can, like, if this was fighting, I can, like, get him and things like that, right? I have more things I can do.
Okay.
The last position, that's another like basic position, is back. If for some reason he decides to turn away from me and I see his back, and now I take his back, this is the worst place he can be in and the best place I can be in. Why?
That's not good.
Because are his legs between me and him right now?
No.
No.
Literally nothing.
So literally nothing. Right now, I don't have gravity on my side unless we're laying down. But now I'm on his back. Not only am I past his most dangerous things, his legs, but now he can't even really see me. He doesn't really know what I'm gonna do until I start doing it.
Okay.
Right? If I want to choke him, he won't know that I'm gonna choke him until my hands come in front. If I want to hit him, he really doesn't know. Like, tell me which side I'm gonna touch your ear. Like, he doesn't know, right?
Okay.
So for me, this is the best place. If I can ever get to somebody's back, I'm gonna look to get to his back.
It looks so sweet, man.
All right. That's how back it looks. So this is one position we'll look at some point. And now let's go back, right? So this is the best place for me, worst place for him. One step behind that would be like mount-ish, right? This is a mount. I'm still in a good place. It's not the best place, but this is a pretty darn good place. I'm on top, past his legs, he's on the bottom. This kind of sucks for him. If I take one step back from there, I'm still on top, but instead of pinning his hips now, I'm off the side.
Okay.
Still past his legs, still on top, but I'm not completely controlling his top by sitting on him, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like, this is the place that I generally don't want to be. It's still better than being on the ground, but like, I want to, again, get past his legs because they're dangerous.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's the idea. Is for me in Jiu Jitsu, I'm always looking, once we're here, I want to get past his legs. From past his legs, either I go to mount, or if I get to his back, I want to take his back.
Okay.
And then from there, we can do our attacks.
That's so crazy. That's so much stuff.
But that's just a general map.
Yeah, it's just like steps.
That's a general map. Now we're going to basically throw all that away, and I'm going to look at just a very specific position. This right here. So we know that what I want to do, right?
Yeah.
What do I want to do?
You want to like get on top of him.
I want to get on top of him, but is this good enough?
No, because he could like kick you off.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, you kick you off your freaking legs.
Right? Why? Because what's between us right now?
Legs?
His legs. Or in Jiu Jitsu we call his guard.
Okay, your guard is in the way.
So so what do I want to do then? Say exactly what you said.
Remove the guard?
I gotta move the guard.
Take
Yeah. I gotta get rid of his legs somehow, right? However, doesn't matter. I gotta get past his legs in some way, shape, or form. And then I'll get on top. So you said that already. You understand this.
Yeah.
So that's my goal. So then what do you think his goal would be if he's here then?
To like get the legs over, right?
Where?
Somewhere? Or maybe like take his arms and like take your legs over.
So like he wants to come basically here. This is his best place to be when he's on the ground.
Okay.
Okay? So if I want to pass his legs, if I want to pass his guard, what does he want me to not do?
Move.
Yeah. He doesn't want me to move. He doesn't want me to pass his guard, right? Whatever I want is bad for him, so he doesn't want me to do that.
So he's moving.
Exactly. So that's all. The game we're going to play right here is called, I call it like a ball game. Guard retention is the technical term for it. So what we're going to do is like this. Go ahead, lay down. I'll just have you straight up lay. Okay? We're going to start on our back. And then from here, all you're going to do for right now is bring your knees up to your chest. Your toes are pulled back.
Okay.
Okay? And don't have your knees together. Like slightly open your knees.
Yeah.
Slightly have your knees open, like a butterfly stretch.
Like
you know
this?
what a butterfly stretch is?
A little bit vaguely?
Like this.
Okay.
Hold this position. And your feet are always whoop, right there and right there.
Okay.
So wherever I go, you just stay with me.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I gotta do. So now if I just try to move away, I can't. Because your leg is stuck.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you have to do.
I'm kind of boss at that.
Right? So if I do this, you just gotta get back to that position. Whoop. If I do this.
Like this?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, Logan, you can be that position. Come, stand down.
Okay, hold on. I don't want to hurt you though.
That's okay. We're not gonna hurt each other. We're just there. Always keep those legs sticky. Good. And then pull them right back. And for the sake of practice, you're not going to use your hands, you're only going to get to use your legs.
Can I sit up like this?
No.
Oh, okay.
You gotta use them core muscles.
No, I don't have any core muscles.
That's okay, that's how you build core muscles. Good. You just bring them right back. Knees always toward your chest. Okay?
Yes, so, like a lot of muscle.
That's okay. Again, if it starts getting really tiring, just take a break if you need to. You don't need to get tired today. You're just kind of playing a game.
Okay.
Okay? And it's good. Like, let them get out and then just pull them right back.
Wait. Kind of boss moves.
right back again. Yep, get that leg and then bring it back. Okay, now let me make your life a little easier. Let me make your life a little easier.
I can't stomach muscle.
Ready?
Okay.
You can sit up while you watch. Oh my god, my neck hurts. But so we are doing this game right now where our legs are kind of connected, but we're doing it off like this back flat position, right?
Yeah.
This makes it kind of hard because if he gets really far away and I'm like trying to pull him in, it's like I gotta like drag myself to get to him. It's difficult. One thing now that I'm gonna add is this. Whenever I'm doing this ball game, I'm gonna try to keep my knees and my elbows in connection. I'm gonna keep my hand up by my head because my neck hurts to keep it up. But basically, I'm always looking to keep my elbows and knees connected. Okay? So when I'm here, my knees and elbows are connected. When I have my knees and elbows connected, I also naturally tend to round my back out like a ball.
Okay.
And this is why I call this a ball game, because
Good to know.
the game is just to maintain my body like a ball the whole time. So as he moves around, he goes back, I just bring it back. Look, not only am I pulling him, I bring myself to him. He goes back, look, I hook, and I can bring myself. Because I'm not flat, I can move easy, like a ball. Like a ball can roll very easy. When I'm a ball, I can move very easy. Yeah? Try it. Let me do it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, now, the elbows and knees are connected.
Like this?
Your elbows are connected to your knees.
Like this? Or like what?
Like that. If that's difficult, you can also just like grab your shin. It's okay. Use your hands on your shin. And you can pull with your arms so your body stays round.
Okay. Okay.
So now as I play, whoop, and you just try to maintain that ball.
Okay.
Use your arms to pull if your abs are get tired.
Okay.
That's okay. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, but keep your shoulders off the ground, chin tucked. So now as we play, your body can rock. And it can
Okay, that's definitely easier.
Yeah? So try with it. Take as many breaks as you need. You don't need to like.
Yeah, I don't work out ever, so
That's okay.
it's okay.
You got it. Yep. Grab, pull tight, turn into a ball as tight as you can. Good. Good. Really disconnect your legs so she has to pull Logan. You can use your hand to take your hooks off.
Wait.
It's okay. Good. Tight. Okay. So why are we doing this, right? And again, the main idea is this. Go ahead, sit up. So you
The
can
leg stuff.
Yeah. Is if I'm ever on the ground for any reason,
Okay.
my options are gonna be always I need to get to my feet so I can run away.
Okay.
It's a fight, right?
Yeah.
Or I need to get my feet between me and him. And there's a lot of different things we can do, but let's say he threw me down to the ground and I fell to my back. As soon as I fall to my back, again, I need to immediately either get him really far away so I can get up, or if I'm not trying to kick him in the face and we're doing Jiu Jitsu for the fun of it, then I'm going to try to get my legs involved. If I don't touch him with my legs, he can easily pass my legs, right? He's free to move however he wants. So the sooner I can get my feet on him, now he tries to move freely, it's harder because now I have something touching his legs, right? So, why is my elbow connected to my knees? That's the question that I want you to answer. Where does he want to be?
Balance, maybe? No, he wants to be here.
Where? Show me.
No, wait. Like,
So if I'm here, where are you trying to go?
like this?
Yep. And then what? You just stand up looking at me.
I guess the elbows, maybe?
Okay, show
Like
the
this?
position. Show cross-side. He's trying to get to that.
Okay.
Okay, now you try.
Okay.
So my feet are here, get past my feet, and then
like
that's
this?
it. Good. That's called cross-side.
It's like
That's where you're trying to go, right?
Okay.
You're trying to go there. So that's your goal, is to get past the feet, and then get down chest to chest. So you can pin me.
Okay.
Okay? Now, with that knowledge, Ms. Kittana, why do you think I want to keep my elbows and knees connected?
So like go like this?
Did you
I don't know, like to like.
to elbow him?
Yeah.
Again, remember, we're doing a martial art that doesn't have any hitting.
Okay, well, I guess to block
To block what?
his body,
From?
touching yours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not, again, like, if I ask questions that may seem like
No,
it's not to make nobody feel like silly about it, but it's leading because Jiu-Jitsu in and of itself can be self-explanatory. So you're getting it right. You're absolutely correct. Right? He wants to pass my legs and get down. If he managed to get past my feet somehow, right? And I don't do anything at all, he's gonna very easily just come chest to chest. This is a problem. But if I can at least just keep this idea of my knee connected to my elbow,
It's like
if he manages to pass my feet, yeah, go ahead, go down. With just this, I can maintain some distance. And then I can work to get my feet back, and now I'm back in game again. look, we're playing the same game again. Now he's got to get past my feet again.
Dang.
Right? So the game begins anew. This is why, again, I always want to keep this connected somehow.
Nice. Kind of
Or just like this for now for practice purpose because, you know, it takes time to build that core strength. I always look at it, you get tired and like take multiple breaks. But that's okay. So
I'm gonna have 6-pack. Are you good?
Yeah.
I just know you're like in too much pain or anything.
No, I'm good right now.
Yeah, this is why I'm not having him do the bottom thing because it's gonna be hip pressure. Go ahead, go down. And then we'll look at your hip too in a second. So I'm gonna give you some puzzles to solve.
Okay.
Knees and elbows connected, or you can grab your own hand. Foot connected to me.
Yeah.
Okay. These are the rules, right? Body stays round. These are connected, and you're always touching my leg with your foot.
Okay.
These are the things you got to do. You're not allowed to use your hand. You only use your legs to get back to that position. Wherever I go. Go ahead.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Whoop. Okay, so far so good. Get your leg in the side, pull it back into it. What happens if now I... Okay, so real quick. Yeah? I do this, and go ahead, I do this, boom, you pull me back. I do this.
Just not
Go ahead,
like...
Get it back. If I do this, get back inside, pull me back. Okay. What happens if I do this? No, before I say anything else, let me give you one more rule. So many rules in this game, right? What's one rule?
Don't hit people, I guess.
I mean,
Don't
like
spit on people. Don't
within this game, a ball game, there's a couple of rules.
Don't use your hands.
Oh, don't use your hands. What's always got to be connected?
The elbows and knees.
Yep. How does your body got to look?
Like a ball.
Like a ball? Yeah, so far so good.
Like this.
What do your feet have to always be doing?
Moving? No, wait. Touching legs.
Touching my legs, right?
Yes.
One more rule. You're not allowed to disconnect from me completely. Something always has to be connected to me.
Okay.
And since we're only using our leg, guess what? One of those things always has to be.
The leg.
Yeah.
But then, so if the leg is gone for me, then it's over?
No. This is the rule I want you to try to follow.
Okay.
Is always try to keep a foot on me. So,
Okay.
go here. So, with that rule in mind, you cannot just disconnect completely. Well, foot has to be touching me at all times. How do you get back to this position if I do this?
Like that?
Yeah, get back to square.
Ow.
Or use your legs.
Oh, sorry. That's a stupid hand.
It's okay.
Does that count?
Nope. Why? Why would that not count when I do this one?
Wait, hold up.
So watch. If I do this, it's okay. Get those knees up. I'm here. Ready?
Yeah.
Look. Or something in connection with me at all time with your foot?
Wait, no.
Close. It's close. Let's see what we can figure out. Look at that.
Come on.
Oh, man. Okay. This is the puzzle right here. Ta-da. You see what we did there?
What? No, hold on.
There's a reason to why we don't, time out, do this one. Take this leg in the inside first. Do you know why? There's multiple reasons, but one of the very simple reasons is if your leg comes up and there's nothing touching me anymore, I'm free now. I don't have to stay here anymore. I can run away.
Oh, you realize I'm out of here.
Easy, right? Like
Okay,
easy.
okay.
We're here, we're playing
I
the
get
game.
it.
If I do this, I get one leg free. He still has one leg on me. He can still keep connection, pull, and we're back in game, right? But as soon as I do this thing where I'm here, if he disconnects this leg first, I'm out of here. I can play with him.
Okay.
Right? If you don't have any arms, ain't nothing holding me there anymore. I don't have to play. So, because of that, we always keep something connected, and we use a free leg in, and then, ta-da!
Okay.
Now we're back in game.
Okay.
So your job is to now, again, allow him to disconnect with something, and then you recover. And so Logan, your job is to be this guy where you disconnect. If she's being really stubborn, just hold it and get back, and then she has to recover. And then every once in a while, throw her one of these little cross ones, and then watch as the brain has to work for it. Okay, go ahead. Merry Christmas. Try it out.
Wait.
You're getting like a super Spartan version of Jiu Jitsu guard 101.
Yay!
Yay!
That's what we did.
Okay. Remember, round ball body, right? Good. Yep, bring him back. And if you can't bring him to you, you can always go to him.
Okay.
Yeah, turn with it. Good. And take your body toward him. Good.
Okay.
What did you do?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah, just like that. Now step out. There you go. Good.
Was that
And now, yeah, now square yourself back up, right?
Yeah.
Always you want to be kind of here. You don't want to be caught like on your side like this. Because then he just pushes your knee and you're kind of stuck, right?
No.
So as soon as you get your leg in, you bring yourself back to the square position.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness, my neck is out of it today. Good. Let me ruin this for you.
Wait, hold on.
Is your hips getting sore or your shorts riding up?
My shorts are riding up. It's giving me a witchy.
I mean, you're wearing like a dude's shorts. It's probably not to cut for a woman's body. It's like,
I don't do basketball shorts. I just imagine they're comfortable on everyone, right? The basketball shorts.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Get your foot out of here.
Again, if you can, see if you can also go to him. You see how you pull him back?
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard, right? See if you can pull yourself to him.
Wait, hold on.
You want to give you a look at what that looks like?
Yeah.
See if you can get that idea.
I'm like, I feel like I can't move from this position.
Again, I'm gonna take a ball. If I go flat with my body, it becomes very hard, right? And if so, this is hard. Like hug yourself if you need to.
Okay.
So I'm here, right? Now, as he gets something out, I can of course pull him back too, but every once in a while, go back. Just know this. Most of the time, it's always easier to move your own body than it is to move somebody else's body,
Yeah. So
right? Because they're fighting you. You don't have to fight yourself, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm here, I'm like, I'm trying to pull him. He's not moving. Look, it's much easier for me to just like move myself to him. And I
Okay.
square back up. He moves out again. Look, even if I don't have my elbow connected, look, I'm here. Instead of trying to pull him back, I'm just gonna like pull myself to him. And keeping this connected, I can move my butt.
Dang.
Here we go.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
I'm a pro already. Okay.
Killing it in the game. So good. So you yeah, exactly. It's okay. This is how you learn. This is how you get better. I want to make sure my phone's not dead.
No!
It's okay. Now again, think about how you can square yourself.
Not the
up.
arm. No, it's not. Like,
It's okay. So now let's take a break. Sit up real quick. Let's give your stomach a bit of a break, right?
No breaks.
So again, this is a very this is literally how I started Powerland Jiu Jitsu. Was with this game. Only we did it on the hard floor.
How come you want to start at this guard and not other guard?
Like close guard?
Yeah.
So the reason, now I'm going to show you some, so your legs are known as your guard.
Okay.
Okay? Like that's what.
This might be what I was taught first.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what we were taught. This is what most people in Jiu Jitsu are normally taught first. They're not taught what we're doing, which is called an open guard.
I still barely know open guard,
Yeah.
TBH.
Open
Yeah,
guard
cross
simply
legs.
just means my legs are not crossed. This is known as a closed guard. This is known as an open guard.
Okay.
Okay, open guard is when we're touching with our feet. Stand up real quick. Open guard comes in so many different flavors. Like this is the most basic one. Neck. There's basic open inside. This is called the butterfly guard where our legs are inside. There's like different kinds of leg entanglements where I'm tangling up his legs, right? These are all open guard. Anytime my feet are not crossed and my legs are between me and him, this is open guard. I'm playing open guard, they call it, right?
Okay.
Now, if he sits down, and this is where most people's jiu-jitsu journey starts, is in what's called a closed guard. Because remember, I said if I cross my ankles, it's a closed guard, right? If I cross my ankles over, this is known as a closed guard.
Okay.
This is an open guard. So why would I ever cross my ankle? How does that help me in any way, shape, or form?
I'm gonna push him out of the way, right?
Can I not do that with my feet open?
I guess technically. Or I guess it's to block him from getting to the chest, right?
Why don't you do it?
Me?
Yeah. So go ahead, lay down. So you did a little open guard, right? And legs not crossed. And now this time, cross your ankle. Okay. How do you think that would... What advantage does this thing have to having your feet not crossed?
I don't know. Feels more work.
Feels more work.
It's like more comfortable. I don't know.
I mean, okay, so let's try this. Go ahead, lay down, Logan. Go ahead, stand up.
Okay.
So now, Logan, cross your ankles. Try to explain what you were saying just a second. You said it makes it easier to keep the chest, knees to chest or something?
Yeah, because like, aren't we supposed to, I guess we go around?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Do it. Get around.
Get around? I'll get around.
Okay. So how does his ankles being crossed assist him in not...
But the elbows?
Hmm?
The elbows?
What about it?
No one was.
But I mean specifically him crossing his ankles. What does that add? What value does it add to what he wants? Which is not to let you pass. Right? Right? Like, where do you want to go? Like, it looks cool. So, we're here. Right? We started with this position. We were here. What is my goal? To get away from his legs so I can get past his feet. Right? What does him crossing his ankles do for him? In this particular situation, does it do anything?
It's like more knee movement, right?
Can you not do that same thing with his
I don't know.
Okay,
Turns into one big leg.
Turns into one big leg. And how does that assist me? Again, this is something okay, because I want you to like have these questions of like, I don't know why it doesn't work and what would it help.
Okay.
Because when I tell you, then it's gonna stick in your brain longer.
Okay. I get it.
Does it do anything? Can you think of any value that it adds?
I'm trying to think.
I'm also being mean because I'm giving you in a context that it doesn't work.
That's not me. I think it's interesting. Because you're supposed to like do the pinning thing, right?
Yeah. So what can he do? What can this provide him? Crossing his ankle that not crossing it cannot provide.
I feel like this is maybe like really
It's
obvious.
okay. If you don't know the answer, like, it's totally okay too. But the fact that you're thinking about it, you're trying to come up with a reason is good. So what do you think?